Internet, sorry for the delay. Yeah, okay, I just lost all my words right there. Internet, sorry for the delay, and welcome back to our coverage of Week 5 of the Diamond Capped OKLCS. And again, I'd like to apologize because apparently I get cut off every time I click stop streaming immediately after I finish talking, so I will be aware of that, and hopefully that won't happen again. We'll be jumping into GSM versus Retribution here. It will be our second game of the night. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into that right now. On the blue side, we do have GSM. On the red side, we have Retribution. Again, pretty interesting. No teams really opting for anything new on the patch. Turtle are picking up the Olaf in the jungle here. And Slappy has been playing Poppy very consistently, very often as we've seen him in the top lane here for Retribution. On the other side, Shack Daddy going for this Nocturne pick. We haven't seen a whole lot of Nocturne here in the OKLCS or recently in general. More interestingly, actually, is CF Moore on this Kog'Maw pick in the mid lane. I imagine it's actually probably going to be AP Kog'Maw. I really actually am a big fan of AP Kog'Maw. It's been really tearing up solo queue. Probably just starting with the Doran's Blade as to help him auto attack, get some last hits in. He does have 15 AP in his runes, so I would very likely wager that it is an AP Kog'Maw. Anyways, both junglers starting on the bottom side of the map. Interesting choice because just in general, it's a lot easier to clear the blue side camps. The Wolves and the Grump are significantly easier to clear than the Krugs, which multiply, or the high number of Raptors just melting away at your HP bar. So pretty much every jungler, regardless of whether they're a physical damage or a magic damage jungler, tend to want to start the blue side. Shaq Daddy just wanting to get that red buff. Alright, so we will see the lane phase starting off here. Unsung here for GSM, going to be playing this Riven. I imagine that's actually a pretty rough matchup for a Riven. Poppy just naturally becomes too tanky for a Riven to deal with, and then also can interrupt very high number of her abilities with that Steadfast Presence once that's available. Cricket going to be playing the Sivir as well, not something we've seen a whole lot of recently either. Still pretty strong. Alright, so Ian, Sama, and Gavi going to be using that range advantage. Wow, nice ebb and flow from Gavi to hit both members there as well as get the heal out. Yeah, and obviously Retribution gonna hit level 2 first. That range versus melee matchup. Ari Panda gonna be suffering as a melee champion, now just hitting level 2, so does have the combo here if she wants to retaliate. Alright, so Retribution going to be naturally shoving in. Cricket dodging away from the Mystic shots as best he can while also trying to CS. Slappy gonna pick up his shield. Unsung comes in with the broken wings. Does get the knockup on the Slappy actually. Slappy now hitting level 3 just after Unsung here. Gets the shield out, he stuns him up, and Slappy actually takes the lesser into that trade. But retaliates nicely with that buckler. Oh, but the Insama gonna catch the combo from Ari Panda. Cricket dodging away from the Aqua Prison. Steadfast Presence is gonna stun up Unsung, but here's Shaq Daddy in the top lane. Slappy jumps onto him, the shield comes out, and first blood goes over to Shaq Daddy. Just very easy gank. Slappy doesn't even bother to burn his splash there. There's no way he was getting out of there. Very high mobility on that Riven, and the Steadfast Presence no longer available. The Insama and Gavi continuing to harass Cricket and Ari Panda. Right now, Shaq Daddy looking for a gank on the mid lane here. Hayabusa catches that, golly. The Caustic Spittle I know. I don't know what that E is called, actually. I'll figure it out eventually. And Cricket just really suffering in this matchup here. He's trying to keep the wave shoved out with the Boomerang Blade, but he just doesn't do a whole lot of damage at the early ranks. Not enough to last hit minions or effectively shove, especially for how high of a mana cost ability it is. And now Shaq Daddy in the bottom lane forces them away a little bit. Hayabusa picking up some of that CS. Alright, so with the help of that early assist, Unsung did recall, pick up a second Doran's Blade and a longsword. Slappy just picking up a Ruby Crystal, had to go back so early. Hayabusa catches that Sludge, Shaq Daddy coming in to chase in. The slow is so strong on that one. He throws in the Bioarcane Barrage, and Hayabusa gets feared up, but successfully gets under his tower. Cricket actually takes a little bit of damage. Summoner Heal comes out, he spell shielded the W. The Insama gonna get rooted up by Ari Panda, but Cricket cannot get anywhere close enough to try and fight for that. Slappy knocks Unsung away from his own buckler, but doesn't manage to pick it up himself, and he's gonna get jumped on here. He does still have his flash. He didn't burn it. He flashes away from the fear there. Shaq Daddy gonna chase him in, but he gets slowed up and he flashes away, still goes down. And Unsung also forced to flash out of the tower. Slappy picks up one on a gank and forces both flashes away from two members of GSM. And Unsung taking the lesser end of these trades now, Slappy, with the very high base damages on this Poppy, building towards tankiness. Really does pretty well up against a lot of these carry-oriented top laners. Alright, now Hayabusa gonna go ahead and recall. Trodelor comes into the mid lane. He's up 18 CS over Shack Daddy's Nocturne at this point. Olaf, naturally a really strong farming jungler. The Undertow resets and hits all of the minions in a camp for the full damage. It's just such a strong farming jungler. Trodelor really making good use of it to get a lead over his lane opponent. He's already level 6, has the Ragnarok available. Shack Daddy not yet having the Paranoia. Okay, now Bomby Cinder and a Cloth Armor already finished off for Slappy. Just nothing but an extra longsword on that back for Unsung. Slappy's gonna get... Oh, naturally, Unsung is gonna be jumping onto Slappy, gets caught by that Steadfast Presence, and the Wind Slash comes across, but not a whole lot of damage for the execute. And Slappy walks away, burning away the ultimate from Unsung with no worse for wear, really. Trodelor in the top lane now gonna go ahead and just channel his recall. Except the boots and the Ruby Crystal and a Cloth Armor, actually. Didn't quite have enough for the Bomby Cinder. But just looking at the team composition, Trodelor and Slappy gonna be so strong of a front line compared to Shack Daddy and Unsung. Sure, Unsung has a lot of disruptive... Oh, Hayabusa gonna get jumped on by a lot of members. He's in the middle of no man's land, but Cricket forced to flash away because he got caught by the charm. Hayabusa does flash away from Shack Daddy's Paranoia, but he did not have any mana to follow up. Alright, now Unsung gonna get jumped on by Slappy here, but Slappy did not have the Steadfast Presence available. It wore off as Unsung turned for the aggression. Shield comes out from Unsung. He actually has Grasp of the Undying. Both of these top laners have Grasp of the Undying. That's really quite odd considering the power of Courage of the Colossus for Slappy, and then Unsung really just more wanting to do damage. Oh, he's really nice use of Riven there to just sort of stall out why that Steadfast Presence was available. Slappy gets the shield. Unsung gonna jump onto him. He's knocked up by the Keeper's Verdict, and he might get jumped on here. He's gonna get the Grasp of the Undying proc, and Slappy jumps onto Unsung, actually turns it around with that Buckler auto attack. Picks up another kill onto, or actually, yeah, a second kill. The first one onto Unsung, but second kill of the game over to Slappy. Or second kill for Slappy this game. I can't speak. Anyways, CF Moore picks up the Tear of the Goddess, comes out with a Lost Chapter as well. Looking towards that Tear into Morello build for this Kog'Maw. Just wants to be able to spam that Living Artillery to poke out a lot of members of Retribution here. Yeah, I'm really curious as to why Slappy did not go for the Courage of the Colossus on this Poppy. Grasp of the Undying used to be pretty standard, but the power of Courage of the Colossus on so many champions, not to mention how powerful it is on Poppy, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Hayabusa getting that Ari Syndrome. The Orb of Deception never is just enough to pick up that last bit of CS, is it? Oh, now Unsung jumps in onto Slappy, and so does Shack Daddy. Then Paranoia comes out. The flash away from Slappy means that he will get out of there. Wind Slash comes across, doesn't even catch Slappy out the backside. They do successfully force the flash away from the top laner, and Shack Daddy just comes back around. Slappy might have gone a little bit too aggressive here. He's going to get speared up by the Unspeakable Horror, knock Shack Daddy back in. He's going to flash forward for the auto attack, and he doesn't have it. Trodelor comes in for the counter gang, and now Unsung forced to run away. Slappy once again makes it out. And Trodelor continuing to slow up Unsung with these Undertows, but he's out of mana now. He does not have the oh, he still does have Ragnarok. He popped Ghost for that one. Hayabusa taking a lot of damage there. Living Artillery almost takes him out. He does manage to dodge away from the Caustic Spittle. Aqua Prison catches Cricket. Airy Panda misses the Zenith Blade just barely onto Thien-sama. Now Slappy and Chortler teaming up onto this tower in the top lane. Slappy gonna keep the minion wave away as his second wave comes up to crash into it. And it will be first tower of the game over to Retribution. Chortler backs away, gives away that full, or at least tries to give away that full tower gold over to Slappy there. Give him a sizable advantage over Unsung on this Riven. And a Riven that's behind starts to be really... starts to struggle quite a bit until she can pick up a lot of items, maybe even get towards 5 or 6 items. Building towards the Black Cleaver, Sunfire Cape already finished for Slappy, looks towards the Iceborne Gauntlet second. And Gabby aggressing onto the members of GSM, but Shack Daddy's here. Solar Flare catches onto Thien-sama. Really nice combo from Airy Panda. Exhaust goes down, but nice tidal away from Gabby, and here's Slappy with a teleport. Airy Panda flashes away. Thien-sama throws down the True Shot Barrage, picks out Airy Panda before going down. Gabby getting jumped on by Unsung here, and he will catch him with the Aqua Prison. Slappy gonna have the damage. Unsung is gonna go down to the ebb and flow. On the backside, Chortler picked off Shack Daddy. CF Moore now in no man's land, forced to flash over the wall into his own tower. 4 members of Retribution all in the bottom lane. A trade 4 for 1. Now CF Moore is afraid of getting jumped on, pops the Ghost. Hayabusa looking for the charm, and they're gonna back away, force him away, and focus down their second tower of the game. Actually, no, they're gonna back away from it, put down some damage, but more importantly, head towards this Infernal Dragon. Chortler had already been hammering away on it. Early Smite comes out, but no fear. Shack Daddy not in the area to try and steal that one away. Alright, here at 13 minutes, just about 3.6k gold lead for Retribution over GSM. Good number of control wards littered around the river from Retribution there. Really confident in knowing that their opponents do not have vision in the area. Airy Panda and Cricket will find this one here. So Shack Daddy actually building towards the Yomu's Ghostblade as his first item, even forgoing the Warrior Enchant on this Nocturne here. Interesting choice, actually, I would say. But he wants to get that Yomu's as soon as possible. It doesn't give you as much of a power spike as it would before, so it wouldn't... Oh, Thien-sama gets caught by the Zenith Blade. This Paranoia comes across, but he does not have the range. He does now. He jumps onto Gabby, actually, and the Tidal Wave comes across, and Shack Daddy successfully gets the Courage of the Colossus Shield by fearing up Thien-sama. Might have been necessary for him to get out of there. Nice arcane shift away from the Zenith Blade from Airy Panda. Thien-sama and Gabby need to be careful not that they don't get dove here, but no CC abilities available for GSM here. Slappy already has the Sheen completed. He's gonna throw down that Buckler onto Unsung. Takes a tower shot, but able to pick up a lot of CS there. Unsung doing his best to try and CS this wave as it hits the tower. Knocks up Slappy. Slappy catches the tower shot with the Sunfire Cape once again. Actually jumps in onto Unsung. He gets stunned up under tower. Unsung trying to run away, and Slappy will not have the speed to catch onto him. Undertow goes just a little bit short. Cricket flashes, or Summoner heals away, and pops the On the Hunt. Ooh, Slappy actually getting jumped on by CF Moore here. The knocks him away with the Keeper's Verdict. Still pretty tanky there, and CF Moore does not have the items that will give him enough of a spike in damage to take him out just yet, even without any magic resist investment from Slappy. Yeah, he's going for the sword. He just finishes off the Sorcerer's Shoes. Still building towards that Morellonomicon. Alright, so Shack Daddy gonna be taking away his own blue buff, not offering it over to CF Moore, even though Tier Stack and Kog'Maw is just the person you'd want to have that blue buff, actually. It looks like Trollolor's not going to be handing his blue buff either. No, well, yeah, he is going to be a nice jungler. Hand it over to Hayabusa here. CF has a pretty sizable CS lead over Hayabusa at this point in the game. Kog'Maw really actually very good at farming as an AP mid laner. What is that? I really have no idea what that ability is called, and it's going to bother me, so I'm going to find out right now. Void Ooze? That's such a boring name. Come on, right? Alright, so the Void Ooze does a really good job of pushing the wave out, and then you have a really spammable living artillery, just able to clear the back wave with just 2 of those. Alright, so Cinderhulk finished for Trollolor here, is building towards what probably Deadman's plate, I would assume. Oh, but Slappy might have been aggressing a little bit too far here. No, Trollolor's here to back him up. Oh, so they are going to go jump on the Unsung. He gets knocked up by the Steadfast Presence. Slowed up by the Undertow, but not a whole lot they're going to do to dive him. CF Moore now following up. He does get spotted out by the ward in the jungle, and now Hayabusa going to get some damage on this mid lane tower. GSM having difficulty responding to the rotations from Retribution. Here's the Paranoia coming in, probably onto Hayabusa. Oh, what? He canceled his Paranoia with his flash. Maybe he just didn't want to go in, seeing Gavi come out from Fog of War, but that's a really interesting use of your flash and your Paranoia there. Alright, so Airy Panda in the mid lane, gonna get charmed up and take a lot of damage, get the Ignite goes down, and he's gonna go down, just got caught by the charm from Hayabusa, and Airy Panda gets blown up. Not quite tanky enough yet. Trollolor and Slappy now have control of this side of the jungle as well. Slappy jumps in onto Unsung, Steadfast Presence comes out and knocks him up. The Keeper's Verdict goes wide. CF Moore throwing down the living artillery as best he can, but again, not enough damage, and another tower goes down in favor of Retribution in the mid lane. Trollolor gonna get jumped on by Shaq Daddy here. They're both level 10. The smites go down. The CF Moore actually getting jumped on by Slappy, almost goes down. The Tidal Wave comes across to try and pick him up, and Cricket is gonna use that spell shield to block up that last thing. Ooh, he's got stunned up into the wall and taken out by Slappy. Solo kill for the top laner of Retribution. Another kill goes over as Shaq Daddy gives up his life as well. Slappy doing so much work for Retribution at this point. 4-1 and 5. Unsung jumps in onto him. He did pop the ultimate. Airy Panda gonna Zenith Blade onto Trollolor, but he's by himself now. And 5 members of Retribution here. Airy Panda gonna go down once again. CF Moore doing his best with those living artillery to try and push him off, but he's so far behind just by global gold. His team is so far behind. And when you have a poke-oriented champion like AP Kog'Maw, when your team falls behind, it's just really difficult for you to have an effect on this game. Hayabusa actually pulled ahead in terms of CS now over CF Moore. CF Moore just not having the chance to continue to auto minions, get those last hits in, as his team is forced to group around, forced to respond to rotations from Retribution. Interesting by Trollolor to pick up a second Chain Vest instead of finishing off that the Deadman's Plate. I guess he just was 300 gold short of the Deadman's Plate and said, forget it, I just will get some extra tank stats. Don't want to just sit on that extra 800 gold without you doing anything with it. Airy Panda looking for something. Oh, Slappy finds 2 members of GSM here. He's gonna go in on them. Hayabusa here as well. The Zenith Blade canceled by Steadfast Presence at the last second. Paranoia comes across. He flashes, gets the stun on the Cricket, and kills him up with the Keeper's Verdict. Unsung finishes his teleport at the last second. Slappy getting jumped on now, but he's so tanky. And here are the members of Retribution. Hayabusa gets zoned away by CF Moore, and Shaq Daddy getting jumped on by Slappy. Tidal Wave comes across, and Slappy runs away. Hayabusa very low as a result of getting zoned off, and he gets killed off by the Wind Slide. Slappy stuns up Unsung, and Living Artillery goes just a little bit wide. Trollolor in the backside has dove the tower and picked off CF Moore. Double kill over to the jungler of Retribution. 4-0-2 on this Olaf, and Slappy now keeping Airy Panda in range of his team. He's gonna get the Courage of the Colossus by stunning up Slappy here. And it looks like they won't die. Slappy just too low to try and get this dive. At the end, Sama flashes forward into the tower to... Oh, in response to a surrender vote from GSM. Okay, that explains the flash into the tower. Anyways, so... Let's see... Yep, that was a... 3-game series. That was a game 3. GSM, or I'm sorry, Retribution taking the victory in another long fought series over GSM. We will, yep, okay, I guess that's it. We'll take a short break once again before we get into Dirty Brett and the boys versus Unlucky. Okay, yeah, I guess that's it. And once again, Dirty Brett and the boys versus Unlucky. I'm going to wait about 5 seconds before I cut off the stream so that I don't cut off my own words. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm HNA2. It's a real pleasure casting this for you. So hope to see you in just a few minutes.